Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Raw in Jericho! Hell yeah! Get some
You will rest in peace.
The whole world will acknowledge me.
And whoops. And welcome. Here we are, everybody.
I don't know why, but I lost audio. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud
I
and
don't know
clear.
why, but I can't hear you. That's the weirdest thing in the world.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
So strange.
Oh, well, welcome everyone to a brand new episode of the Rasslin Addicts. I'm Matt. This is Nick. And how is it going? Woo! Let me ask you a question. Everyone, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you woke up for Elimination Chamber Saturday morning at 5 a.m. Me, I was up. I was up at 4 o'clock. Got myself ready, set the blankets up on the couch, cuddled up, and I was good to go. I enjoyed it. And you know what? I think even though people were saying that it was predictable, yeah, everybody knew Becky was going to win. Everybody knew Drew was going to win. Everybody knew Rhea was going to win. You know what? Of course. Like that's how it usually is, the pay-per-view before WrestleMania. Not really a major title change happens. And, you know, they've been pushing Becky and Rhea for months. And the moment Punk got hurt, you knew Drew McIntyre was taking the spot because who else was there? So, how we doing there, Nick? Can you hear me? Oh, and he's gone. He did not make the count of 10. Last man standing. What's up, everyone? I hope you guys are ready for WrestleMania because before you know it, it's going to be here. 38 some days away, and 4 matches are already confirmed. We have Rhea versus Becky, who won the Elimination Chamber this past Saturday. We have Bayley versus Io. Bayley is the women's Royal Rumble winner. We have Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins. Drew McIntyre just won the Elimination Chamber this past Saturday. And we have Cody Rhodes, who, will he finish the story? Will he not finish the story? Challenging Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Those are our 4 matches that we have already confirmed, and there's so much more that could happen. Night 1, night 2, you know, it's exciting. It's an exciting time. There's still Logan Paul who needs a match, which, with the way things went at Elimination Chamber, it looks like it's going to be Randy Orton. And I don't know how I feel about this. I like Logan Paul, you know, but for WrestleMania 40, you don't have Brock, you don't have Punk, and you have one of your biggest stars who's coming back after 18 months, and his Mania match is going to be against Logan Paul. You know, I'm not really sure how I feel about that, but then at the time, it's also who else is there for Orton to go at? You know, if he's not going to be in the main event in a title match, in a world title match, it probably makes sense to put him with the biggest name outside of wrestling that is wrestling right now. Everybody knows who Logan Paul is. So, you know, and that was a sick RKO. like, literally from out of nowhere, out of the screen, bang, hit it. And you knew when Logan Paul was chilling by the door that he was going to cost Randy. So it works, though, for Drew's heel character. He doesn't care how he gets there as long as he gets there. And that's something that is going to be fun to watch because McIntyre is roasting Punk on social media. He's roasting him on Raw. So heel Drew, I'm liking. And it's definitely going to be interesting to see how far it goes and, what happens. Does Drew win the world title in front of a live audience after he carried WWE during the pandemic era, or is Seth Rollins going to win? But before we get into that I'll save for my Raw talk. But for now, let me just hit you with a small ad and don't go away.
Fantasy Sports Corp and Underdog Fantasy have teamed up to start your fantasy season off in the win column with Best Ball. What is Best Ball? It's quite simply the easiest way to win. No team management, no trades, no waivers. It's their biggest contest ever and it has only gotten bigger. You simply have to sit and win. You don't even have to set your lineup. Always get your best score every week. Just enter a contest, draft your team, and Underdog will do the rest. What could make this even better? How about free money, up to $100 using our exclusive promo code? Go online now and use the promo code ADDICTS to double your deposit up to $100. You tell them Gingerbread sent you. Good girl.
Baseball's about to be back. Basketball, hockey's still going on. Make sure you hit that promo on Underdog. Use the code Addicts and get yourself some free money. Okay. Before we move on to Raw, Elimination Chamber. The women's chamber match, I think, was the best women's chamber match they had. It was Tiffy time. Tiffany Stratton is going to be a major play in the women's division, and the crowd loved her. She got that heel love. She's also smoking hot. And, her on SmackDown or Raw? She might be on SmackDown. I feel like she has the attitude for Raw. So hopefully, she builds up some experience. She builds up a resume on SmackDown and then eventually moves over to Raw to where she could work some programs with maybe Rhea, maybe Becky, but it's Tiffy time. The women don't really get showcased that much at WrestleMania outside of the title matches. So I'm hoping somehow, some way she gets to shine. And, Liv Morgan, where does she factor in on WrestleMania? Do you want to see her added into the Becky Rhea match? Not really. Not for me. It's triple threats need to be special and it needs to make sense. And I feel like Becky, after not having the Raw Women's or SmackDown Women's Championship for so long, that she may deserve her shot to shine at WrestleMania. So who knows what's going to happen with that. But, again, with the Chamber, the tag match, I think, stole the show. It was great tag action back and forth. Judgment Day, they look great walking out with 4 tag titles, but it's been over a year at this point. It's unify them, make one half red, one half SmackDown, or one is red, one is blue. Do something. It's class them up. Usually around the time the video game is released is when they'll make changes like that, but I definitely think that the tag titles need a gigantic makeover. Cody and Rollins on the Grayson Waller effect. The crowd didn't really seem too into it. It was what it was, but the main takeaway was that Cody challenged The Rock to a match, and is that what we see at night one? Do we see Rock versus Cody, or are we getting night one Rollins and Cody versus Rock and Roman, and then night two could be the world title matches? I don't think I want that. I think it would have to be one or the other, but whatever that they probably end up doing, I think will work, because if you have The Rock at WrestleMania doing anything, it's going to be a hit, and he said he's going to be there. He's going to be at SmackDown on Friday. So, I'll get into that. But first, let me hop into the men's elimination chamber. And it was what it was. It was a star-studded, Logan Paul drawing on the plexiglass in the pod, making fun of KO. Brilliant. The eliminations, I think, were done right, and it's going to set up for some Mania matches. AJ Styles coming in, costing LA Knight. I don't know if that... See, the thing with Mania being 2 nights, you can have a match like LA Knight and AJ Styles at WrestleMania when it's not really WrestleMania worthy. Like, this could easily be handled on SmackDown, but it looks like that's the direction it's going in, and it's going to be at WrestleMania. But, to sum it up, Drew McIntyre won, and he's going to challenge Rollins, and who knows? Give Drew his flowers. Does Rollins keep on his run? A lot could happen. We don't know. Main event for the Elimination Chamber, Nia Jax, who no one knew was winning, versus hometown girl Rhea Bloody Ripley. Rhea dominated. She won the match like you knew she would. And, hometown girl getting her flowers, which is fantastic. And that brings us to Monday Night Raw.
You know why I called this show Monday Night Rollins? Do you know why? Because this is my show! My show!
So, I had to watch Monday Night Raw on a little bit of a delay. The wife wanted to watch Love is Blind, and you know what they say, a happy wife, happy life. So I caught Raw maybe like an hour and a half after it started, and I hit the rest on my way to work the next morning. I skimmed through it. Something interesting that I think really stuck out was Gunther in the ring with Imperium, and he was bragging how he beat everybody. Who's going to be a worthy opponent for Gunther at WrestleMania? Judgment Day come down. I didn't like how Damian Priest got in Gunther's face, and then Gunther mentioned that, oh, so you didn't cash in that briefcase yet on me, so it looks like you're not here to fight. No. I do not want another situation back-to-back where the Money in the Bank briefcase is cashed in on the secondary title. That's what they are. I don't care what Gunther's been doing with the IC title. I don't care how long he's been champ for. It is not the World Heavyweight Championship. It is not the WWE Undisputed Championship. And that's what the Money in the Bank is for. You earn that shot to be in the ladder match, to climb the ladder, grab that briefcase for a world title opportunity. Cashing in on the U.S. title last year, cashing in on the Intercontinental title, if they go that way, absolutely not. Don't do that. It would be so stupid and make absolutely no sense. And what's the point? I feel like you could get an Intercontinental title match a hell of a lot quicker than a world title match. Why would you do that? Especially at WrestleMania. Makes no sense. So, what I'm thinking, Drew McIntyre, did he resign? Who knows? Doesn't matter. have Drew beat Rollins, and then you have Judgment Day cash in. Let Damian Priest walk out with the world title, because another unsuccessful cash in, it's becoming the thing now, and I rather see the briefcase be utilized the right way. Give the next guy an opportunity. Would make Damian Priest, and then it just branches into other stories with the Judgment Day. So WWE, Triple H, please, please, please do not have Damian Priest cash in on the Intercontinental title. It would make absolutely no sense. So, but that means, what Judgment Day going to do at WrestleMania? Who knows? I've been hearing reports that there may be, not really so much reports, but more fans wanting a ladder match at WrestleMania. Maybe that could be for the US title. I don't really see Gunther in a ladder match for the IC title. I don't really think that culminating in WrestleMania makes a whole lot of sense. So who knows? A lot could happen, but it's going to be interesting for sure. Definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited for WrestleMania, especially because on Friday, my favorite of all time is going to show up on SmackDown.
The Rock is going to do to you exactly what he does best, and that's lay the smackdown on your candy ass.
They're chanting my name. No, they're not. But anyway, I'm so happy that The Rock is going to be on the next 3 SmackDowns, and it will just help further this storyline. And I honestly, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Does Rock cost Roman? Does Roman lose? And then The Rock rocks bottom, like gives him the rock bottom. I feel like all the signs are pointing to The Rock costing Roman the title, where it's almost like, haha, how do you like it? Joke's on you. Instead of a Samoan spike to cost Cody, it's going to be a rock bottom that cost Roman. And then, Cody finishes his story. He becomes an even bigger star than he is as the champion. And, I feel like they have to do it at this point. And I was on the fence about it because I thought that, let Roman catch Hogan, let him break Hogan's record. But, at this point, I don't think it matters. It doesn't really matter anymore. It's getting to be a little played out. Maybe that's why they brought The Rock in. I don't know, but all signs are pointing that The Rock is going to cost Roman. When he was cutting his promo, saying, I'm going to make sure that you lose at WrestleMania. But he was pointing at Roman, but was talking about Cody. And then when he went to go throw up the 1, he throws up an L like he's Zack Ryder. Like, what the fuck was that? So it's a great time. It's really, honestly, it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, because you have in the nostalgia of The Rock, and then you have, the current generation being pushed, and it's a win-win. It's a win-win. And I'm hoping that everybody just sits back, they enjoy it, and they stop taking this shit to the extreme, because, after all, it's a TV show. It's not real. So you weirdos out there who can't accept that, realize that. Stop sending death threats to wrestlers and their kids. You're weird, and you're making all of us look bad. Sit down. If you don't like what happens, get the video game and make all your fantasies come true. But until then, try to enjoy it and just enjoy the ride. It's the best time of the year. It's WrestleMania season. It's in less than 40 days. The video game comes out in a couple of weeks. It's a good time. Just enjoy it, because it could be worse. You could be Tony Khan, who let Cody Rhodes walk to your competition to where now Cody Rhodes, he's on the level of John Cena. He's on the level of Stone Cold to where he's getting these massive pops and everyone just loves him. Everyone loves him. He's the biggest babyface in the company, probably since John Cena. And it's just sit back and enjoy it, because imagine letting this guy walk. Imagine with everything he's doing, people are asking him to be his best man, from the audience. He's doing the Raw, Make-A-Wish. He's over in Australia. He's over in New York. He's everywhere. Everywhere. I wasn't fully on board for Cody getting the title, but now's the time. Sorry, Roman. You're going to be acknowledging the dream, and losing your title will turn into a nightmare. And make sure that you guys aren't dreaming, or you guys aren't having any nightmares, and that you're following me on Twitter at Rasslin Addicts. You follow me on the old TikTok at Rasslin Addicts. I'm doing cool segments called A Joint and a Point, to where I'm doing a little schmizzing, and then I'm giving you how I'm feeling about certain topics that are going on currently or in the past. You're going to see a lot more of me, new beginnings, new times. It's WrestleMania season. I've said it before. I'm going to say it again. Make sure that you're staying in the loop. Make sure that you're a part of the subscribe team, the subscribe family. Join us, stay in the loop, and I appreciate your time. This was This Week in Rasslin. And while it may not be the perfect 10, like Sean Spears, who returned to NXT last night, we're getting there. And with your support and your support and your love, thank you. I appreciate it. And tune in, follow me all over, and hope to hear from you guys soon. Thanks, take care, and we will talk soon. Peace out.